Everyday Superpower, where we talk game, relationships, body language, everything in between. She needs to understand that other women find you attractive. She needs to see other women give you attention. She needs to hear stories about when women have given you attention. She needs to understand the reality. And you need to keep it locked and loaded to reference briefly when the time passes by. And you need to have such a grand experience with women, locked and loaded over so long of your journey of life that you don't just go and splurge everything and tell her everything and try run game on her on the first date. Nah, it's not the case of that. 5 years down the line, she should still be learning about some of your past encounters and not through you going out of your way to run game on her, purely through to the discovering and uncovering of another fathom of your personality and story. You should never give her everything. There should always be more and more and more to uncover in that relationship in order for her to feel like you have a never-ending spiritual substance. She'll never get to the bottom of you. She will always have you on her mind because she will always try to figure you out and work you out. And as she uncovers these past exploits and these women who have given you attention and have been with you and the stories you have had and the experience you have had, it reflects the fact that you have chosen her. She sees you and your choice as a mirror of her own value, and it will make her feel good. She might, no, generally speaking, people say, oh, she has a go at me. I can't help it. I had girls in the past. Oh, someone flirted with me at the bar and she got all stressed and oh, blah, 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 blah. You're playing it wrong. You're playing it wrong. You're playing it wrong. You should use that as a tool to wind her up and be playful about it. If a fella started flirting with her at the bar, gives a crap. You know what I mean? Honestly, who cares? That's life. Do you think when you're not present, she walks around with bubble wrap and a modest Muslim attire dress? No, she doesn't do that, right? She walks about, men give her attention. She goes to the shop, speaks to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper tries to run his own game. It can't be helped, right? You have to wear that as a badge of honor and say, all right, well, there's a reason why I chose her, and that's because she's attractive to me, and I'm glad that she's attractive to other people. That sort of certifies, my own belief. I take that as a compliment, actually. So, when other women give you attention and speak to you, and you handle them appropriately, you engage, you talk, you know what's going on, you peep it, but you talk about it. She sees you engaging with these women. You can wind her up. And she will see you as a man of value through the lens of reality. And she will see you as chosen by women. And women can choose whoever the hell they want. More than likely, they're going to choose men who they deem more valuable than them in the sexual marketplace. So through that engagement, you have been elevated onto a pedestal as to where you can look at the woman you're with and say, see, I can leave you whenever. Won't be a problem. You best respect me. You best look after me. But I've chosen you, you see. I'm not dishonest. I'm not going to go and leave you for these women, but understand I can, and understand that I've chosen you. So she feels good that other women are giving you attention. She don't feel bad for it. She's not insecure. If anything, she is secure because she's like, oh, wow, he chose me and he gets all this attention. I must be quite cool. And you're not blowing her head up to the degree where she's going to leave you because she thinks she's flipping Pamela Anderson in the 90s. But You make her feel good through garnering this attention indirectly. And that is powerful. You want to make your partner feel good. When you are selected by other women, it reclarifies the fact that you're not threatening. Yes? She looks at you and sees you as someone who is the man she adores, but it is highlighted and elevated when she sees that other women see that quality in you in order to come and, speak to you, in order to show attraction towards you. And she, casting judgment based upon societal pressures, recalibrates how magnificent of a man you are. The social opinion is incredibly important to a woman. If anything, as far as a man's concerned, I think it's in your power to go against the social norm, because that is the way to go, contrary to the engineered masses, and find your own independence and identity. And that is the way of the man, right? To go forward beyond the friction, feel the friction, grow through the friction, grow the muscles through the resistance. But she likes to go with the flow. She's a social creature, more so than the man, more so than the masculine. Little girls get together and they like to gossip and talk, and such as they do when they grow older, whereas little boys just like to smash stuff, build stuff, and then kick it back down again. And then, to the boldest degree, we do that in wars and, the destruction of life on planet Earth as it is. We don't change. We don't change. If you aren't getting attention from women, or if you feel that you're in a relationship so you have to shut off all of the attention you get from women, you're playing the game wrong, you're hustling backwards, because she's going to start to see you as a man who gets no attention from women, so she's going to question why she's with you. And it's kind of like that with men. Now, I don't know if this is just because I'm well read on the dynamics, or if your general man will perceive it as such, maybe indirectly, but you will, get it on with a woman and she'll tell you about other men that have rejected her and stuff. And it's uncomfortable to hear. I say, I don't want to hear about that, because you're going to lose value in my eyes. It's going to make me question, why am I with you if the next man wouldn't accept you? It indirectly lowers my value in my own eyes. My self-esteem isn't going to be great if I feel like I'm with someone who is, inadequate to my competition. My competition can do better. Don't cut off women. Don't think that you getting women's attention and women flirting with you and women trying to run games between you and your missus is going to be anything other than to your benefit. You don't have to overplay it, because that could be significant of insecurity. When you really have to play it up, oh, she gives me attention, blah, blah, because it's as if to say, I don't normally get attention, so I'm going to have to blow this out of proportion, But if you just allow it to be seen, go on with your day, don't bring it up again, she knows and she sees you as someone who, that's just another day in the office for you. That's, there's beautiful women out there. I've spoken, there's one woman who stands out in my mind and really had me question this. She had a boyfriend. All of the men would flirt with her, and supposedly she wouldn't pick it up. She wouldn't see it. She didn't know there was a degree of disrespect as to what she was putting on her boyfriend by sitting there and having all these men run game on her, and her just being attentive, like a little puppy, soaking it all up. But she would just engage with men who were always trying to run game with her. And it made me think, when you're a beautiful woman, and this is essentially the only way men have ever spoken to you, because they've all found you attractive, then that's just a standard communication with you. That's just a standard day for you. That's just a normal communication with the man, you know? So it all just becomes white noise and standardized. If she started blushing and he-heing and ha-haing in relation to a man giving her a compliment, maybe that would be symbolic of someone who didn't normally get the attention, but she gets it 24 hours a day across every day of the year. So why would she react in such manner? That's some food for thought. Click like and subscribe as always. Peace.